separate.
They're gonna think I'm a
bottles.
terrible father.
They're
Give me
just
my
water.
son. It's just water.
It's just water with food coloring.
And he wanted to be creative and put food coloring in it.
It's fun.
So Hugo, do you know why your name is Hugo? Hugo?
Because I was named after you.
It's like the only tradition that our family
has. Yeah.
It's like my grandpa's name is Hugo, my dad's name is Hugo, my name is Hugo, and then your name is Hugo, and then your son's name's gonna be Hugo.
Unless I have a daughter,
and then we're
that's
gonna
make
call
everything.
Yeah, but if you have a daughter, you're gonna name her Hugo, and then we're gonna call her V.
Okay, guys, give me just 1 second.
Okay.
We're actually going to have to start from anew because there's a mic that wasn't on. So all that conversation didn't count. But now we're starting. Underway. This is podcast number 4.
They didn't get the
You didn't get that. Was such good
I didn't get none of that.
None of the explanation.
Which mic wasn't on?
It was actually mine.
Oh my god!
Which is actually more embarrassing. The thing is, I was worried so much about your guys'.
We set you up so you can look at your stuff and see everything.
Okay.
All right, you good now?
Okay, we're good. We're set. So this is podcast number 4. I'm about 50% sure, and we're here with.
Wait, only 50%?
We're here with little Hugo. Who is my son.
The square root of
Hugo.
Square root of Hugo.
And what is he drinking once again?
Dayquil and NyQuil.
He's not drinking Dayquil.
I'm just water.
Water that's colored like Dayquil because he loves Dayquil.
Just not because of that.
He stays healthy.
It just ended up like Dayquil and NyQuil.
You like to stay healthy. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
Tell us, how old are you, square root of Hugo?
13.
13 years old and already drinking Dayquil.
Terrible 13.
I was at least 15 before I started drinking Dayquil.
Oh my god. Nobody drinks Dayquil.
It does look like Dayquil though. So anyway,
it does look like that. Dayquil or pea, I guess.
Or very orange pea.
In this podcast, we got square root of Hugo, and we're gonna talk a little bit more. Another one we talked about the devil. We talked about the devil first, which we shouldn't have.
I mean, but we were excited to talk about. I was excited to talk about the devil because I find the devil character very funny. Because it's like, so what we're gonna talk about today is the 3-in-1.
The 3-in-1.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So the 3-in-1, the name comes from the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. So it's the 3 beings in one. And you know, it's funny that a lot of like true Christians and stuff like that, like people that have these discussions. They do actually say, like, they also don't understand how that's possible. Because if you think about it, you got the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Those are 3 individuals. They're not different. They're the same one. So it gets really complicated. And it's funny because when you talk to, like, atheists, you talk to people that don't believe.
Atheists are the ones that don't believe in God, right?
Don't believe in anything.
No, yeah.
Not even in Santa Claus?
No, not even Santa Claus.
Oh my God, it's terrible.
Or Halloween.
Atheists, if you guys are listening to us, we hope that this podcast serves as a little bit of, insight into our state of thinking.
They don't believe in podcasts either.
Oh my God.
No.
That's crazy.
But okay, so like one of the arguments is like, how do you explain the Holy Trinity? Right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, well, we can't because we also don't understand it. I think there's this big misconception that we're human and we should know everything, right? So you have to. I think our human nature is to know more and know everything and know as much as possible.
Right.
And that's just like some stuff we're just not meant to understand or know. And then that's it. That's what the 3-in-1 is. Like, it's God 3-in-1. And, that doesn't really make a lot of sense. But at the same time, it's who are we to, force God to make us understand.
What is 3-in-1?
So that's the name. Actually, you came up with the name. Well, no, did you come up with the name?
Well, no, I think you said it. It's 3-in-1. We're with
yeah, we were talking with Hugo.
And then he was all like,
he's
like, that would sound really cool. I don't remember who did it, but he's like, that would sound really cool. If it actually said,
I remember I said that. Yeah, I did say the 3-in-1. I said how about 3-in-1? And you were like, that sounds really cool. And I didn't really think about it. And then like, oh yeah, that does sound really cool.
Yeah.
3-in-1. And then we're not calling God like Jehovah or the Lord or any of those words. We're using this whole new like 3-in-1. Just that's what we're naming him.
Yeah, kind of like not a placeholder.
No, it's not a
but-
placeholder.
No, not placeholder, but something kind
It's
of
official. Like it's his official name
is
in the book, in the comic book.
Yeah.
Like
And it's just it's unique and not unique, because anybody that's a Christian will know 3-in-1. I think anybody that is Christian will understand that we mean, the Trinity, the 3-in-1, and it's still the one.
Well, I really wanted it to be not like 3-in-1, but kind of like look like 3-in-1. So it'd be like, wait, is that 3-in-1? Like if it was like, I don't know,
No.
like it sounds like 3-in-1, and I mean like spelled. I'm not talking about.
Oh, like you mean
yeah, I
spelled?
see. Like
I guess maybe like a 3 and an N and then a 1.
Well, that sounds like bad grammar. Or like actually like a name, like 3-in-1.
yeah,
I don't know.
like TR. It's TR.
Like a
THREE.
tree in one, like
Yeah,
a TREE
WUN.
ON tree one tree.
Like
Even if it was, like-
TREE, and then.
I just think we
3-in-1.
should do 3 and 1.
But-
Like,
Right.
That's-
3, the number 3 in 1. I guess you can't do that in a comic book.
Yeah, that
no,
looks like
But
that
if
you're
you
advertising
think
for a
about
good
it in a
deal.
comic book, it's gonna look really ridiculous. 'Cause it's gonna be super long. It's like 3-in-1 instead of just saying God, 3 letters.
Yeah.
And so you're saying 3-in-1.
That's what I'm
3
saying. It
words.
should have its own little like word that people are gonna be like, oh, is that 3-in-1? No, it can't be. Oh, it is. Like not.
Oh,
actually
you
put
mean
3.
like a symbol?
Yeah, well,
I mean, it could be like.
I
a
mean, you think
symbol,
about
I
like
don't
the
know.
cross. If you see the cross, you think of automatically who?
think of Jesus.
Oh my god!
I was gonna say
Do you
Jesus.
go to a Christian USA?
No, I was gonna say Jesus. Wait, should I say that? Oh no.
He needs more. He needs more
I
NyQuil.
need-
Oh my gosh! No,
I
don't
need
give
to
him that. Give
awaken
him the
more.
Dayquil. Give him
Where's
some
the
water
coffee?
though.
Okay, if you guys are tuning in, we're not. Water. Stealing my water? We're not. He's actually not drinking NyQuil. He just flavored his water.
I didn't even
And,
flavor it. It's just colored.
Oh, you didn't even flavor
Dark
it.
green and
Who
blue.
starts a podcast in the middle of it?
Why am I saying this as if like someone's watching his
It live. It's not live.
watching his NyQuil? We're gonna have it live pretty soon.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right.
Well,
Yeah,
like in
totally. Yeah.
2 weeks or
There's gonna be stay tuned because we're gonna have like video camera here. You're gonna see Hugo and then Hugo squared.
I don't want to have a video.
I mean
It's too late.
maybe
It's gonna
a
happen.
video. Maybe.
It's gonna be one long video. Jesus,
One.
there, freaking-
It's like.
I think if we make a video, I think if we do anything like that, we should have a big. We should think
A
of
big celebration?
a topic.
Oh.
And kind of like I think it would be like what's that word, like bringing out the comic book, like here it is, finally done, and then like we all talk about it.
That's a kind of cool
I guess
idea.
you could put like on a.
That would be the
Kickstarter.
only, like that's the only thing that I think is worth videotaping, because these conversations, like they're kind of, we're in our pajamas and I mean
clothes.
you're wearing a fancy suit, but
I'm not wearing pants.
Yes, you are. They don't even know that.
But I guess it would be a little bit interesting for it to be like the opening, like the
yeah,
like,
like the grand introduction. I don't know. It was a grand yeah.
Anyways, back to the 3-in-1. So do the heroes know that the 3-in-1 exists?
No, because the whole point of the comic book is to say that nobody knows the 3-in-1. Nobody knows of his existence in this world. Like, just nobody knows. I mean, I think obviously the devil will know, but
Right.
all the people have forgotten about God, Jesus, everybody.
What about the demons? Will they
Like,
know?
well, even they, I don't think they would know.
Because they don't really know too much about the devil, right?
No, they know about the devil because they would pray to the devil, so they don't know anything other than the devil. So to them,
so they might not even know.
yeah. So I don't think they would even know. I think that the devil would just tell them like, "Hey, go destroy this. Hey, go do," like they're just like little minions. They're not really like, they don't see the bigger picture, but obviously the devil will have like a leader that will see a little bit of the bigger picture. But I think in general, nobody will know about the 3-in-1. Like, it's just gonna be, every time you talk about the 3-in-1, you always like, I always think that you mean like you want to do a symbol that represents the 3-in-1, like the cross, like we said, the cross, or the artist formerly known as Prince, how he has that little symbol for, I think it's harmony or something. But like a symbol, we can use a symbol.
Well, you already have the symbol. That symbol you've been using isn't that kind
But
of?
that's
like, that's like more like the armor of God.
I mean, I didn't really think about it like that, but I guess
I wasn't really thinking about the. I wasn't thinking about. I was thinking about how it would look 3-in-1, like on actually being written.
Like written down.
Yeah. I was just gonna say. I said like the delta symbol. What if you just used that instead of saying 3-in-1?
What is delta symbol?
Delta symbol is symbol in the Greek alphabet.
What would be
triangular?
What would be the Greek alphabet symbol or for 3?
For 3?
Maybe we could do 3, and then N, and then 1.
I was gonna say
like,
epsilon, but no, that's E.
Wait, I'm confused. Okay, what?
So instead of writing down 3 and 1, you would just write down like the
symbol and symbol.
Yeah, symbol and symbol.
Yeah, and the symbols would be Greek.
Well, I don't understand symbol and
like
symbol.
the alpha and omega.
Yeah.
Oh.
It'd be Greek for 3, and then N, and then Greek.
I think we should just stick with 3 and 1.
But how would it look on the comic book? Like,
I think it would look like a capital THREE -IN capital ONE.
Yeah, it doesn't look that bad.
I mean, it's long.
Yeah, it is long,
but it doesn't look like it doesn't look bad, but it doesn't look interesting.
Unique.
Yeah, unique.
It doesn't look unique.
It's kind of like that. They didn't
What?
put any thought to this.
What other ways could you?
Well, yeah. How can you make that unique?
Maybe
like what are you thinking about?
Like spell
an
it.
example.
Like spell it 3-in-1, but not actually not even make it like it wouldn't look anything like 3-in-1, but it would say 3-in-1.
So like a different way of spelling 3.
Yeah, and a different way of spelling 1.
I don't know.
T E arch.
There's really no other way.
T arch.
But that wouldn't because it wouldn't matter. It's about our readers being able to read it. Not really our unique spin on the number 3, on spelling the number 3.
Yeah, I see. But it would be about our heroes looking at the...
Tres en uno. No, because, okay, so that's two... Those are two different things, right? So we're talking about the readers reading it in the bubble, 3-in-1, and then them seeing the physical representation of the 3-in-1, or like a symbol representation of the 3-in-1. Those are two different things. So if we like in the bubble, it should say THREE-in1.
Yeah.
But in their world, in the picture of the comic book, we could show like the emblem that I've been using as like that's a sign of the 3-in-1.
I mean,
I see.
I kind of had an idea. It's just like have random symbols in like a line, or like say 5 random symbols. Like we just make up the symbols, and so then those symbols can be recognized throughout the book itself. It'll be kind of, I don't know.
I mean, what do you mean?
Like
though?
I guess it'd just be like say, okay, I see it there. Sorry. So like I say a line of symbols, each of them different, and they just don't correlate.
Wait, but what are we talking? Are we talking about in bubbles of the comic book? Or are we talking about in symbols of the land, like in the dirt? And let's say God wanted to write down his name on the dirt. What would he write down?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, exactly what I mean.
Because I think okay, if we go basic, we go like if God wanted to write down a representation of himself on the dirt, he would draw a stamp of a cross. Like a cross would appear.
Yeah.
And that will automatically in our brains would be like cross, Jesus, God. Done. Like that's how the connections, that's how they would go.
Right.
But if we do bubble, like in the bubble, like one of our characters is talking to another character, and let's say he's like, oh yeah, look at what is, the 3-in-1, what is he? And blah. You would see 3-in-1. That's fine. But in the land, should we do an emblem that always like this emblem represents God, represents the 3-in-1? We could just smash 3 and 1 all together and see what it looks like.
3-in-1. Yeah.
Like 3 letters smashed together, and then like in your brain you would take it apart, right? In your brain you would take it apart, and you would see how it's like, oh, 3-in-1. I see the 3, I see the 1, I see the N. So like, but that's totally different from like what are we writing in the bubble.
Yeah, that is confusing. In one hand, you could have something that's totally unique, but be hard to find, or you could just have 3-in-1.
Well, see, the thing is, it wouldn't be. Yeah, like I might look like a jumbled mess. I guess we would have to draw it out, have somebody draw it out for us. But other than that, I don't think it would be that complicated. for the 3-in-1, or we just pick a symbol, honestly, or we can do something like alpha and omega smash together,
or like blended together to make a whole new letter.
Yeah, I guess that's a better word, blended.
Yeah,
blended together to look like a symbol, but it's actually two words.
But that's what I'm saying. Don't you already got the cross thing?
Right. So I got the cross, but I didn't plan.
Like people that are watching this are looking at the cross right now. Like, well,
yeah. So the cross that they're seeing, that's my emblem. That's an emblem that I started drawing when Hugo was born, and so it's like what I consider just my family emblem. So I don't know if I want to use it to represent God, because it's really not representing it. I want to put it like in a lot of little places, like hidden, kind of like a hidden emblem,
or like the
and
symbol.
Somebody finds it, like
like little Easter eggs,
like a little Easter eggs.
But
everywhere.
nothing to do with the actual comic book.
I guess
it does have something to do with the comic, because I'm gonna put it on the shield, on the like each part of the armor is gonna have the emblem on it somewhere.
I think that should be the armor of God. Not
so I think
like
I think that's more like that. So
again, the emblem could just imply to the whole story itself in a sort of way. I don't know. I think
like it actually means
it
the armor
means
of God. Like that's like even it'd be cool like the American.
So I think if like our characters see it, they'd be like, oh, these are connected.
Okay,
that's what I'm trying to say. Like that's what I thought. Like the shield would have like one part of the emblem, then like the helmet would have like another part of the emblem.
Well,
and this would have the other part of the emblem, and then like so like they'll all be together, and then like what would be cool? And on every comic book you have like in the front logo, the front cover. If it's like about the shield, like have just like the solo little part of the emblem, like just that little part, like not the whole emblem, And like, what is that? Why is that looking like that? So then when you put all the comic books together, it makes the.
You mean like somebody?
Thank you. $50 for that idea. That's probably pretty cool.
I mean, I guess, yeah. I mean, but I wanted to put the emblem on the top corner where like people have like 5 cents or 15 cents per comic book.
Yeah, that's 5 cents.
That's cool. How much they like sold them back in the day.
One magical cross? What does this mean?
Yeah, so it would just be like the emblem right there.
Yeah.
Because I incorporate the emblem in my other stories also, but that it's not
in your other stories. What do you mean?
Yeah, like, I've thought I've had other story ideas, and like the emblem also exists there, but not as a representation of anything, more just like look at that, that's how the whole universes are connected in my stories. By the emblem.
So the emblem would be like end of a puzzle piece. So you have the puzzle pieces and they have the ends of it that connect to other things, and that symbol is like the end of the puzzle piece.
So you don't want to make it exclusively Pastor's Guild. You want to make it like a exclusively Hugo universe.
Yeah, exclusively Hugo universe.
The universe.
The Sandus universe.
That's pretty bad, but I mean, okay. But to me, it seems Pastor's Guild would be
so for the armor, I thought of having the emblem like very basic, like start off as just like the cross, and then as let's say they learn something, like a piece of it would appear, kind of like completing the full thing, So like for example, the shield, he learns humility, like something would happen to the shield where it just pops. Like now you see this like magic, like it just like appears all of us. Yeah, like that.
Yeah. You just hold it over your head and it floats.
But not like that.
We need royalties for that part of the
Yeah, I know, you can't. You gotta stop playing that. No, we're gonna get sued.
Don't sue us.
I'll just do it off
Nintendo will attack us
every time.
They listen to all the podcasts.
Every single, especially they listen to most.
Especially the ones with 15 views.
They listen most to the ones that aren't even known. Those are the ones they pay specific attention to.
They like destroy them before they even like get up.
Also, this is the first podcast where we're gonna have music. So cue the music.
Oh, is this the first podcast where we have our
what is it called?
Oh,
they're listening to music right now.
Yeah.
Okay,
nice
but
elevator music.
What music are you gonna play?
Well, whatever music is on right now.
We'll just play Metallica over it.
That's terrible.
Metallica over.
How could you do this?
That's funny. No, we should have our commercial on this one.
Oh, we're gonna have a commercial.
Our first ad.
Our first ad. Yes. Wow. Our first. I can't believe I couldn't think of 2-letter word ad.
AD.
Technically, it's shortened for
what is the ad going to be about?
Wait, is the music still playing?
It's we can stop it now.
Okay.
In 3, 2, now.
Okay.
Okay, so our first ad, Okay, so this podcast is brought to you by wood. Wood is everywhere. It's trees. It's in buildings. It's you have anything. Anything.
You can use it for everyday uses, and it's everywhere. So
Yeah,
it's an
every day.
unlimited supply.
Back in the day, you used to burn wood, and that's we got fire from that. So wood is also a fuel. If you think about it.
There are also ants' condos. So think
how
about
is that an ant's condo?
Because a lot of ants like live among trees, so they're just
Okay,
tons of ants.
but fair enough.
Yeah,
fair
yeah.
enough.
Fair enough.
Fair
Yeah.
enough. Wood is everywhere.
Yeah.
Wood is everywhere.
This message has been brought to you by wood.
Thank you, Wood.
Okay, guys, back to the podcast. So that was a spectacular commercial.
Amazing.
Thanks to our sponsor,
Wood.
for sponsoring this podcast. But we gotta talk about 3-in-1.
Okay, so are we done with the 3-in-1? Are there any questions?
Any questions?
Any questions?
Hugo Square
Any
Root.
thoughts? Any ideas?
I don't ask me.
No.
question.
I guess my question was more like okay, I asked you like they wouldn't know who the 3-in-1 is, right?
3-in-1 is God.
No,
like,
them, the heroes.
The heroes don't know.
The heroes don't know.
So the heroes don't know him, and that's the whole essentially the whole point of the book is for the heroes to find him and to allow him into their hearts and understand what he's about.
Let me ask you this: you think? Well, I don't know if this would be a spoiler, but if you don't want to answer, is it gonna be like is it 3-in-1 and the devil? I mean, are you gonna be able to see the 3-in-1 ever, or is this gonna be like something that's like never ever manifested in anything?
I've thought I have like
Good question, right?
But like representing it.
I have like a dream sequence kind of, but not really. Not a dream sequence, I guess. That would be like a little spoiler, but I don't think there's ever a point where we see the 3-in-1. Like
What about hear him talk?
Physical.
Read him talk.
No, I don't even think that. Maybe like simple words though. Maybe like okay, go.
Like hey,
like
sup?
that. Like in bold letters, you can go or you may stay, or like some like I don't think he would be having. I feel like if you do something like that, then you're kind of putting words in God's mouth. That I don't know. I'm not too comfortable with that.
Are you okay? Well, my question. But you're doing it with the devil.
Right, because who
What's
cares?
the devil? Who cares about the devil?
Satan can go to hell.
I'm gonna turn the
Get
devil
it?
into a woman with flaming hair that bakes.
Yeah, so it would be the 3-in-1 like it's gonna be a typical like little Hollywood thing where it's like you just see like a light and then go do your thing, or when it's talking or something.
Yeah, because I mean,
talking.
that's like biblically speaking, like only the pure only the not like no sin, the purest of the pure can see him, like because God can't see sin, like he can't see evil, he can't like he burns it, he destroys it, like it does,
right.
like it can't stand in front of him,
Mm-hmm.
and so like biblically speaking, like you can't like not until we have like our perfect bodies will we be able to stand next to him or see him or talk to him. So
okay.
And that's why Jesus came, because not just that, but like we could talk to Jesus because he became human, it's that. So I don't really see us and putting him in the comic book like that,
like ever appearing really like in the true form.
I mean, we're gonna see the angels a lot, and we're gonna see them talking or being told to do
Which the
stuff.
angels are. Oh wait, we'll say that next podcast.
Yeah, we should say
You should, yeah, I should say my
But
animals.
the angels are awesome.
If
Whoa!
I'm
What did
here.
what did you say?
Come
Huh?
on, man.
I didn't hear that. He said what?
What?
Nothing.
Huh?
Nothing.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
that's weird. Okay.
So anyway,
What a
about
weird
the
glitch.
3-in-1.
Fuck you. Should we go back to our sponsor?
No.
Yes,
They
quick.
only get one. They
Roll
don't.
the commercial.
Oh,
Doesn't
yeah.
even pay us
Don't-
that well.
Don't be so stingy, wood company. Please, only one
No,
sponsor.
not wood
Until we
company,
get-
just wood.
Oh, just wood.
Until we
Just
get the
wood.
golden YouTube email, we are not making any.
We're not
money
gonna
off
be
of
on. Oh,
this.
we are on YouTube.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we're on
We're
YouTube.
gonna be on everywhere. Stitcher.
And like once you have enough like views and like watch time, you do get that golden email. It's like,
I don't think
oh,
that's
you're a
ever gonna-
YouTuber.
What do you mean? You
I think-
never say never.
No. I mean, like
Never
we're-
say never that.
We're not like, from what I understand from the YouTubers, like they really focus on how long and like they really push all this stuff. Like we should be saying, please subscribe, and we don't do any of that stuff. So we just talk, and if somebody enjoys our conversation or wants to be a part of it, then that's
Actually,
great.
I am an official YouTuber, so I know you need exactly 1 million to get that. I think it's like 100,000, you get the bronze.
Subscribers, right?
Yeah, just subscribers.
Oh, you're talking
it doesn't
about
matter. It doesn't matter if it's about.
Yeah, but don't you have to have like a certain amount of time on
no,
each?
no,
No, you
care
don't.
about
It's just
anything.
if you
They
have
just-
10 minutes or more, then you get to roll mid-roll ads, and then that's what
Oh, so
gains
we
you
have
the money.
ads on ours?
I,
we
you-
can put them on, but we haven't.
oh, we haven't.
Will we
Oh,
make any
okay.
money?
Yeah, you would make money.
I
from
mean, we'll
ads.
probably be like millionaires tomorrow if we do. So.
Oh my god,
It's
do it.
long, so.
those 19 views.
Yeah, wow. That'll
It's not about the
definitely get
views,
us
guys.
enough money to buy a gallon of milk.
It's not about.
Wait,
the
so we
views.
don't have any ads on our stuff?
We're not.
No, I
Not
don't.
yet.
No, I don't think I
It's just straight talk
put
and
that on. Yeah, well, I mean, it's just the podcast and whatever else we're gonna put on the channel. Like the podcast is gonna be, like on Apple or whatever. Just us talking. And then you see what I'm saying about
I'm dying over here.
this.
you okay?
I just choked on some Dayquil.
Oh my god.
So like the and on YouTube it's gonna be
Just do it,
It's gonna
just-
be ad. Let it out. Let it
Let
all
it
out.
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh my
Why
God.
would you do that?
Is he still
You
alive?
said let it all out.
Jesus, you sound like a 40-year-old man.
Kids, do not drink Dayquil, please,
It's
or
not
you'll
safe for you.
you'll
Or at least drink it down the right hole, I guess.
you'll hear what just happened to this kid over
Oh
here.
god, my throat is shredded.
Don't smile when you drink, Hugo. That's probably it.
So, anyways, so the YouTube is one thing where we're gonna put like a lot of different videos. Like even like what were you telling me? Oh, we're gonna make that video where let's talk about the video.
No, that's for our website. I don't want to talk about it. I want people to just
It's
watch
gonna be on
it.
YouTube though.
But I want, well, okay. But
So the people from the podcast are gonna want to go on YouTube to go see it. So let's talk about it.
no, let's not talk about it.
Why not? It's gonna be like a spoiler too.
Yeah, because I want it to be interesting and not planned out.
Oh, like episodic.
Oh yeah. So this is not planned out.
It's not planned out.
It's
The
not
video-
planned out.
No, the plan is to put up
That's
a
funny.
video. Well, I want to put up the video on the website so people have something to see. And then, like, I also want to bring that video to churches so that people can be like, I'm hoping, I'm honestly hoping that these churches that we go to like are not very legalistic, you know.
In what way? Like
Well, there's a lot of churches that are like, you have to do a certain thing, you have to be a certain way, you have to acquire, like, you have to follow all their rules before you can like post like a flyer or something like that.
yeah. Oh, let me tell you about what happened. Let me tell you about what happened in this story. You know that church? You know that place over there where they play bingo? It's like
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
close by here. Well, I went and then I met the owner.
Wait, you
And-
went to go play bingo?
No, I just went because what happened with my doggy dog.
Oh.
So I was over there already, and the guy, he feels so bad. He's like, "Oh, come on in, let me show you around." So he's like the owner of the bingo club, and I go in there, and it's like, it's like actually like a Catholic, it's like
Oh, is it a Catholic
it's
church?
like a Catholic. It's not a church, but it's
Oh.
like ran.
Yeah,
Like the
yeah.
church owns it or whatever. Anyways, so he's like, you should really, because he was like, oh yeah, this and that. You should really run to be one of the head owners here, or not a head owner, but someone that helps out around here and like manages the place. And I was like, okay, that sounds cool. I mean, yeah, I'm down. I mean, in my free time, like, yeah, just in your free time. And he's like, oh.
Wait, they were offering you a job?
No, it wasn't a job. It's like
Oh.
it's like volunteer work, but like head of like the volunteers
okay,
or something
okay.
like that.
What?
So,
Wait, they saw you and they were just like, you should be head of all. That's like.
it was kind of like that. I'm
Like walk
serious.
into Walmart, it's like you should own Amazon.
Yeah, I'm serious.
Right
It was
now.
like that though. Well, we taled about it for a while. It was like an hour or two. I guess that's enough for you to know. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, that's
But he's like, just with one. I was like, yeah, sounds cool. And he's like, the only thing is you got to be Catholic and you have to abide by these rules and you have to do this and you have to do that. And I was like, oh. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen, man. I was like, I mean, I'm nothing against that. I'm just saying, it's like, all these conditions to do that. I was like, no, I mean, I'm not. What I was like, what were we talking about before this?
No, like that like how it,
Yeah.
like okay, like if we were to take this to a Catholic church, like, hey, we want some help. Essentially, what is we want help from people to be collaborators, and
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Contribute their ideas.
Contribute to their ideas and maybe and sit down like how Hugo is doing and as we have this conversation. As we have this conversation, they can like, I want somebody that has more biblical knowledge and more solid biblical knowledge
Oh yeah, what do we know?
involved.
bounce ideas off each other.
Yeah, bounce ideas off each other and like, oh, you know, that's interesting. Like, because I know some of the stuff we talk to, there's actually like stories in the Bible that it relates to, but I don't know them, you know.
Right.
I kind of have like an inkling of that they are. So anyway, so I want to bring that to the churches and see if we can get anybody to come and join us, essentially. And, you know, we can have different guests. And we can have several people come and visit, and maybe we find the right fit and somebody that sticks with us every time.
True.
Or maybe not. Maybe we just have like a rotating of like, hey, this is our idea, blah, 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 blah. And then they pitch in on like, oh, you know, that's interesting, this and that. So that's kind of what I wanted to do.
That's cool.
So I want to take that video. So if we were to go to a Catholic church, we would have to actually be Catholics and actually like follow all these things and make sure. I don't know what their rules are, but we couldn't just be like regular people. Like I'm trying to create a Christian comic book. I think a lot of these churches will be like, oh, well, are you part of this church? I'm like, no, we're going to different churches. You know, they should be okay with that. Like, we're going to different churches, and you know, look at this and tell me what you think, and you know, if you can, like, just post it up just one service.
Right.
That's it. Like, I'm not asking you to do it constantly or anything like that. Just one time, you know. And if they, you know, oh, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to, like, it shouldn't be like that, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
it shouldn't.
I think all churches are different, you know, and they're all gonna react differently. But I think out of 10, if we go to 10, there'll at least be like, at least there'll be one that's like, oh,
yeah,
definitely.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm hoping just at least one of them's like, yeah, of course, like. You're trying. I do want people to understand that we're making a Christian novel, like a Christian comic book.
Mm-hmm.
It's Christian. Like, it's not. We're not gonna shy away from talking about God or talking about Jesus. Like, we're not. But we're gonna be creative with it. We're not just gonna be like in your face, you know.
Well, we talked about this on our first podcast. We talked about Hugo's square root. We're saying that, you know, that a lot of the comic books. You know, like most of the comic books, like the cool ones or whatever, like they're really, really awesome. You know, like the ones that are like earthly or worldly, and the ones that are Christian are about, you know, the Bible man.
Yeah.
Or,
I remember Bible man. Like,
exactly.
Hugo, have you read any of the Christian comic books?
I think.
I mean, you go to a Christian school. Do they have any of them there?
No, because
what kind of creative literature do they have there?
Not a lot, I will tell you that.
It's pretty much just like go read something that's not Christian.
It's mostly regular literature. When we do writing class and we have to read for like the first 30 minutes.
What are you reading?
You have like a little inside library and
well, like what's in that library? What is it?
Just books like you can find on store.
Veggie Tales.
Most of them aren't Christian. And if any of them, most of them are just like action or drama.
Really? Not even Christian?
No, not too many Christian ones, which is really surprising. Saying of how,
right, so that's
how it is. Yeah,
you go to a Christian school and they don't have any like Christian action literature comic books.
Also, we're not
or books, just like in general. Novels. Like it should. Like I think that's like doing a disservice to our youth. As Christians.
Well, I mean, because if you think technically, like we're seeing here, like he's not wanting to read any of those kinds of comic books, you know, because they're not just it's just the Bible. Like there's nothing wrong with it, you know, but it's not interesting how it can be.
It doesn't bring anything new to the table.
Yeah. Well, you do understand that's what we're trying to create.
Yeah.
You know, which by the way is fine. You know, those people that make those comic books, you know. Kudos to you guys. You know, you guys are at least, you know, making books and stuff like that. We're just, you know, trying to tell to the people that are listening that we're trying to make something different, you know, for people that want to listen to something like this. You know, we're going to check it out real soon. We'll have it out there.
Also, I think people should know that we're not trying to do a self-help book.
Yeah.
A Christian help. Like
a Christian self-help.
That's what you find in Christian literature is like Christian self-help.
Okay, but seriously, Bible Man was probably the most awesome part of my life.
Why?
Or at least my 1 to 7 years old childhood, because it was like Power Rangers and the Bible. It was really cheesy. Oh, the effects were obvious.
So you're saying because it was so cheesy,
but it was awesome.
It was
at
awesome.
least that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, so he liked it.
I liked
cool.
Bible Man
because it was cheesy.
Yeah, especially superheroes themselves.
Because it
Oh, it was like a comedic thing you're
it
talking
wasn't
about.
supposed to be comedic though. They were actually trying to do it.
Oh,
But
so it was so serious
so
that
serious.
it ended up being a joke.
Like he'd shout Bible verses at these villains that represents the 7 deadly sins
oh my
or
god.
whatever.
That's funny.
Like thou shalt not lie, and then he just slices them with like these chakrams of light. I guess I don't know.
That's funny.
I never watched them.
Jesus, the guy, the
Yeah.
real Bible man and listening to is gonna be
Oh,
like,
man.
why are you guys talking? It was gonna sue us for
Hope we
blasphemy.
don't get. They
Iron
probably,
Man, if you're
they're-
listening-
they're bankrupt.
I
or
wonder what they're
something.
doing now. Actually, if they ever reboot
Yeah.
it, I'm gonna watch.
I
it.
don't think anything's that right. I
Well,
don't
well,
know.
think about this. You know, you were entertained by it. So
Yeah.
I mean, if you got entertained, maybe some other kids were entertained by it too. Who
Oh,
knows?
definitely. Cause
Man,
like,
I wonder if people took it like real. I wonder if there's any like Bible Man fans out there.
it's like Bible Man, but Luke,
Like
not really like
hardcore.
what was it? Daredevil. Like people took it so serious, like, oh, this is such a great show, character development. There are people wearing foam costumes throwing lightsabers at 7 deadly sins. It's not.
So
Not that serious.
you know what we didn't do though? We didn't really introduce Hugo
Yeah, we did.
Then we did
some-
with the
No.
Nyquil Daquil skit.
because
Those race makes it
we
What
so-
did
didn't tell
we
we
were
didn't
thinking
tell the
about?
audience that he's the voice of our very first video.
Oh yeah, huh?
Yeah, he's the voice of our very
The one
very
I
first
cringed
video.
sevenfold at. Yep, that
Cringed
one.
sevenfold.
I don't know
What?
what that means.
I cringed so much that I folded to myself 7 times.
Fall
The
into
whole
yourself.
holy number.
That's so complicated. All these youngins with their new words.
He cringed sevenfold, but you can hear his video on our YouTube channel.
Yep.
It was good. I
My
liked it.
my friend actually did the art.
It's a nice little shorty video and very precise and to the point. And yeah, your friend, what's her
Oh,
name?
Shania. I don't know if I want her. If I,
You don't got to give her last name.
yeah, last name.
Thanks, Shania, for making that cool art.
Yeah,
I'll
there's
put her-
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Giving thanks to somebody
I'll
because
put
it was
her-
really
yeah.
good.
I'll put her link
If she
in the
wants
description.
to, you gotta ask her.
Yeah,
If she's
I'll
down.
ask her, but yeah.
Yeah, she wants to. I need to get more pictures from her. She's got the pictures of the helmet. Oh my god, she drew the helmet.
Yeah, she's a really
It's
good artist.
freaking good.
It's amazing.
It's so good.
It's like Full Metal Alchemist.
helmet-
Oh, she does.
The
Wow.
helmet was just like
Sparta.
exactly what I wanted. Was what she and like she did like the face mask. I told her because there's like the face mask, and I was like, well, that's cool, but I don't want it to be permanent. I told her like make the face mask go up and down,
And
and
then
then she made it so like it goes up
What?
and
it
down.
was
Where is this
awesome.
at?
That's cool. No, I mean she drew it. She showed me, but she never sent you the copies of it, right?
No, she sent me I think so.
Yeah. Well, you didn't send them to me, so figure it out, Hugo.
Okay,
Yeah, Hugo
Mr.
Square
Age
root.
of technology here. You were
Mr.
born with a cell phone in your hand.
Hi,
so
I'm Gen
you
7.
should be able to email.
Generations.
Yeah, Mr. I Love Bible Man.
Bible Man was life, okay?
Anything else,
He's
guys?
so hip
Anything
with
we
his
should?
I think that's it.
That's it.
Hugo, do you have any
Wrap it.
questions?
Not
This is your time to shine for questions.
not
you,
really.
you got 2 grown-ups here that are willing.
Why'd you let me drink NyQuil in the first place?
Oh my god! I didn't look at you.
That's the running joke of this podcast now.
We're gonna call child
They're gonna
services
call
on us.
CV. Hugo, you can't do that. We cannot let your mom
I'm
listen to this
kidding.
podcast.
Why not? It's
She
funny.
cannot listen to this
I don't
podcast.
know.
Fine.
So I guess that's
That's it, yeah.
Thank you guys for listening. You know, you guys heard our first ad. Wood, thank you.
Thank
Wood,
you, Wood.
for being
For
part.
sponsoring this video.
Sponsoring this
Amazing.
video.
You type in.
Well, technically sponsoring everything because everything's made
yeah,
out of
everything.
wood.
Yeah.
And
You know, there's a car that has like a chassis made out of wood.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
What?
I watched it in NCIS.
That's awesome.
Ducky has like a old called like a mallard. I don't
Yeah.
know, but it's like the chassis is wood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's funny you say that because I was there was a guy checking out my speaker and he's like, "Hey, that speaker's made out of plastic," and I was like, "Yeah, so like it's really bad." I was like, "Really?" And he's "Here, give me a card." It said wood on it. You gotta use speaker. I'm not kidding.
It just said straight wood
okay,
marker.
except for the card. But he was
Okay.
like, "You should get wood speakers. Those are the best." I was like, "Oh my god, do you work for Wood?"
They work for wood. Okay.
But he was just recommending. Like, I'm really dead serious. That's crazy.
So type in pastorsguild@wood.com for free shipment.
No, oh my god!
Just a bundle of wood
Stop
for you.
telling her.
That doesn't exist.
Our
but-
19 listeners.
We're gonna trick them into spending their money. But yeah.
Okay, guys. So how we say on
Yeah.
every ending of Pastors Guild?
Stay tuned to Pastors Guild.
Okay, stay tuned to Pastors Guild.
Let's do it again.
Okay, do it
Okay,
again.
okay. Stay tuned to Pastors Guild.
What that? Don't laugh.
You're pointing at two separate
don't
times.
laugh.
You
so
got. I
funny.
can't laugh.
Just pay attention to one.
Okay.
Just go. Ready? 1, 2,
2,
3.
Pay attention to.
Oh my! Stay tuned to Pastors Guild.
Stay in tune or stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
You gotta let him do it by
I can't do
himself.
this.
Okay,
Okay,
do it when
okay,
you're
okay,
ready.
okay.
Do it when you're ready. Okay.
When you're ready.
Stay tuned to Pastors Guild.
Perfect.
Perfect.